What's going on, guys? It's Big Len, aka Lennon. I'm going to show you the best ranked play classes you can use right now in Warzone 2.0. So after the recent update, the meta has changed slightly. Yeah, I'm going to go through the guns that are the best right now and everyone's using. First of all, we've got the Crosman Squall. It's the best right now. It's probably the best long-range gun you can use. Everyone's using it. Again, it's been meta for like 4 seasons now or something like that. So yeah, this is a build. HR 6.8 barrel. Got a stacking tread 40. Got a F-tac ripper underbarrel. Got a 50 round drum. I've got the SZ recharge optic. For the tunings, this is for the barrel. Gone for damage range, recoil steadiness. For muzzle, we're gone for recoil. It's going to be mostly recoil on the tunings because the Cronen has a little bit of recoil. So F-tac ripper, just all recoil again. Same stuff. Optic. I'd prefer close, but you can use whatever you want there. You can use far or close. I prefer close. Then ADS on there. So that's that. The sub that I've been using, and a lot of people have been using, there's like 3 choices that everyone's using still. So, I mean, I'll go through one of them, and this is my personal favorite, but there's a close second, in my opinion, too. But it's the Latchman Sub. This is what I use. I use the barrel. I use the L38 Falcon barrel. I use the laser. I use a VLK LZR 7MW. For the stock, I use the mirror recoil. And for the ammunition, I use hollow point. For the tunings, it's for that bit of damage range and aim walking speed. For the laser, I've gone for the VLK. For these tunings, sprint to fire, aim and idle. Then for the stock, I've gone for these tunings, ADS, and a little bit of aim walking. And then for the hollow point, it's gone for damage range and bullet velocity. Yeah, so I mean, the Latchman's a popular sub right now. Everyone's using it in the top 250. There's also a few variations you can change. So for the barrel, some people are using the pulsar. It's got a little bit more movement speed, and it's got a bit of faster ADS. But I don't know, I prefer the Falcon because it does have I don't know, it doesn't reduce the bullet. So you see it reduces bullet velocity and damage range on this one. Whereas this one, it does reduce bullet velocity, but it also keeps damage range. If you're using it like up close, then pulsar's the wave. But if it's like a bit like if you're in like a mid-range battle, then the Falcon's definitely gonna be better because it's got more damage range. So yeah, that's that. That's the Latchman. Another sub choice. I use it from time to time. It's the ISO 45. Yeah, this is a build. This is better than the Latchman like mid-range fight. So if you're in a gunfight like, I don't know, 15, 20 meters, the ISO is going to be better than the Latchman. So yeah, this is the build that I use. This is a sight build, but I also have one where I have a barrel on and it's without the sight. So I'll show you that one first. So yeah, for the muzzle, I've got the Spiral V 3.5 flash hider. For the barrel, I've got the X Raptor. For the ammunition, I've got the hollow point. For the stock, I've got the demo fids, tac, stock. And then for the magazine, I've got a 45 round drum. So for the tunings, I use, for the muzzle, I use gun kick control, ADS. For the barrel, I use a little bit of damage range and recoil steadiness. For the hollow point, it's tuned bullet velocity and damage range, all max. And then for the stock, it's aim walking speed and ADS. Yeah, that's the ISO build without the sight. I've got a build with the sight. I'll show you it. But yeah, this, I mean, it's just kind of like personal preference. It's not like up close, the ISO is not as good as the Latchman, but then mid-range is better. So it's like, depends what sort of fights you get into most of the time. But yeah, so this is the build with the sight. So I use if I'm going to use a sight, I use a Cronen mini dot. I put it on far and then ADS. And then I just take off the barrel and then keep the rest of the attachments. So yeah, that's the ISO build. The next sub build I want to show you is it's the VEL. So the VEL, it's good, but I don't think it's as good as the ISO, the Latchman, but it's still good. It's still really viable, and it's a good option to use. For the muzzle, I'm using the Broom Pendulum. For the laser, I'm using the VLK LZR 7MW. For the stock, I'm using a Demo RXT stock. And then for the rear grip, I'm using the Schlager Soldier grip. You can't see it because of my camera, I do apologise. But yeah, it's a Schlager Soldier grip. For the tunings now, go for the muzzle, bit of recoil control, because the VEL does bounce a little bit. For the laser, it's ADS and sprint to fire. For the stock, aim and idle and ADS. And then for the rear grip, sprint to fire and a little bit of ADS too. And then for the hollow point, it's all bullet velocity and damage range as always. But yeah, that's the VEL. I personally have fun with the VEL because it's got good movement speed. You feel like you're rapid on the map. You're running around quick. Yeah, it feels nice to use. It's a good alternative to use than the ISO and the Latchman. So yeah, that's the VEL. I quickly just want to run through the smoke, like the lethals and tacticals that you should be using. So the smokes, You want to definitely be using smokes for your tactical. For the lethal, okay. For the lethal, I'm going to show you something that's actually mad. So people are running knives, throwing knives. I still run semtexes, but people run throwing knives. The reason why is because throwing knives one shot. Like if you throw it at someone, it one shots them if it's above the chest. And if you knife them up close, it one shots them too. So people are using the throwing knives right now. Yeah, I hate it. I think it should be even nerfed or just removed from ranked. It's not really that competitive, is it? But still, that's what people are running. I mean, I either use throwing knives, semtex, or drill charges. Drill charges are good for like if people are on top of buildings and you want to, you know, go underneath them, chuck a drill charge. They're good. They're good for like clearing out buildings, stuff like that. I usually use semtex though. Semtex is my go-to. And then for the perk packages, I mean, there's only really one you want to be using. It's overkill, double time, fast hands, bird's eye. It's the best. You want to be using this still in the new season. Still want to be rocking bird's eye. Best perk package hands down. However, some people do like resupply. I know people run resupply, so you could swap resupply with fast hands, put resupply on. But for me, I think fast hands important, especially if you're like a quick player like myself. I feel like, you know, resupply. Well, sometimes play quick, sometimes I play slow, quick. But I just don't like the feeling of resupply. I don't like fast hands. I like the feeling of swapping my guns quick and stuff like that. So yeah, for me, that's the best per package. I'm gonna give you an AR alternative. So this is so you could use this. It got nerfed, but it's still pretty good. It's the attack V. It's still decent. It's still pretty good. But I feel like the Cronens are slightly better now because this one got nerfed. So yeah, I want to go through it though still because there's still people running it. It's still kind of popular, but I feel like the Cronen's better. So the barrel, I've got the precision 6 barrel. For the muzzle, I've got the sacking tread. For the underbarrel, I've got the F-Tap Ripper. For the ammunition, I've got the higher velocity rounds. And then for the magazine, I've gone for the 50 round drum. For the barrel, I've gone for damage range, recoil steadiness. For the muzzle, I've gone for recoil control and recoil stability. I can't say that. Recoil stabilization. I can't say it. Underbarrel, recoil and aiming, idle stability. For the ammunition, yep, it's damage range and bullet velocity. So yeah, that's the tack. I mean, the tack is good. It's still pretty good. People are using it. Not better than the Cronen though, but it's still a good option. So I thought I'd include it in the video. Last but not least, this is for the snipers out there. I know there's a few snipers that watch my videos, you know, like to snipe. It did get recently nerfed. It did get nerfed in a recent update, but I feel like it's still good. I feel like it is still good. I do see people running it. I feel like it's still a good viable sniper you can use in ranked. So yeah, I'm going to go through the build. So for the build, I've got the nil sound 90 suppressor. Or silencer. For the muzzle. Got the barrel, I've got the 21-inch 0.5 fluted 50. For the optic, I've got the Schläger night view. For the rear grip, I've got the SA finesse grip. And then for the ammunition, I've got the well, you want to be using high velocity, but I just don't have it unlocked. I don't snipe much. So yeah, you want to be using high velocity. These are the tunings for the nil sound. I've gone for aim and idle and ADS. For the barrel, I've gone for ADS and recoil steadiness. The tunings, I've gone for flinch resistance and far. And for the rear grip, it's the by the way, it's the SA finesse grip. You can't see it because of my my cam. I do apologize. Yeah, it's the SA finesse grip. And then with these tunings, sprint to fire and ADS. For the tuning for the high velocity, you want to go for recoil smoothness and bullet velocity. So yeah, that's the Signal 50 build. Again, Signal 50 did get nerfed, but it's still pretty viable. You can still use it. There is variations of builds that people have been using. So like for the Cronen, for the optic, you can change it to the MOP. That's a different variation. Or the muzzle, people have been using the Tempest. People have been using the SA Leveler. People have been using the lock shot. People have been using the bore. Yeah, there's loads.